The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good day, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar. My name is Nenad, and this is Wednesday live training session. So before we start, have in mind that you always need to be patient because patience is the key to trading success. Wait for the setup to come to you, embrace it, and then trade it. Do not rush in trades. Forex is risky, and every kind of Forex is CFD trading bears a certain amount of risk. Have in mind that this video and presentation is for informational and educational purposes only, and this video is not part of the .co.uk website, but the globalnews.com website. Rules and setups for our trading. Before we start, I will tell you the rules. We use POC zones, master candle setups, full base, price section. Everything that you see here is my personal opinion and trades. We do market or pending orders. We don't scalp. We either do positional or breakout trading. If we don't see a setup, we don't trade. But we can use pending orders starting from now till early Friday. Once you are in a trade, you need to do your own trade management. Recommended risk is 0.5% to 1% per trade. Do not exceed 2%. You want to trade like professionals do. Losing is part of the business, so keep your risk under control. Session recaps are from Monday till Wednesday, while we do pending orders from Wednesday, that is today, till early Friday. Have in mind that Friday is day to take profits, so you definitely need to use profit stops and follow me at Tarantula FX. So when I provide you an entry, after that you're on your own. You need to watch how the price behaves, and I recommend protecting your profits after 20, 30 pips once you're in profit, especially if you trade intraday. Protecting profits means that you scale out the half of your trade and put the other half to break even, +1. That way, you're ensuring that your second part of the trade is also running we traders call it a free ride because it's in the profit and your stop loss. If you lose, you will not lose anything. If you scale out, your half a position or whatever you choose to be, that position is closing profit while the rest is put to break even +1. Of course, if you're not able to do scaling out because your account is too low, then either take profits earlier or after 20, 30 pips, maybe put your stop loss to break even +1. You know, guys, it's harder to trade with smaller accounts, but well, you need to, of course, do your own trade management. I usually scale out, always have the possibility to scale out. Even, guys, if you trade with smaller accounts, well, you know that you can always try to trade with let's say Admiral Markets MT5 platform. You can use 0.05 lots and so on. So like those mini lots, micro lots. So then you know that you can actually scale out even if you have like 0.10 of position size. This is trading opportunity that we also see today. GBP dollar has been rejected. It's in a downtrend. Let's see if the price will retrace towards 39.50, 39.80 stop. TP is 38.60, and potential long is 38.60. Stop loss 38.30. Random target. So you go with pivot points. We'll show you the GBP dollar right now. Give me a few seconds. Just a few seconds, and yeah, here it is. This is the GBP dollar, and you can see here that it's been in a steady downtrend. The price is rejecting a lot. This is the channel that has been formed. So definitely this is a downtrend. Here we had some spikes to the upside. Price was going up, then it turned down. Now it's back in the channel. So this is ATR projection low. This is weekly L4. So I think that if the price gets here, let's say today, maybe tomorrow, well, then you will be able to actually you see, you will be able to potentially go long. So I really think that pound dollar is effectively still in uptrend, effectively on higher time frames. But you really need to be careful. Now, Daniel is saying that we will have a pound news, and I need to agree because, we need to be careful. In let's say 20, 15 minutes, we will see what the pound will do. Of course, guys, I will be monitoring the trade. We will not enter if the price moves heavily. So let's see what will happen. Okay, just give me a few seconds. Okay, so the main thing with the pound is that it's still effectively in uptrend. I will show you just right away. I will open. Okay, this is basic. You see, it's downtrend, but on 4-hour time frame. You see, it's still an up channel, although the price is going like you see. This is still uptrend on 4-hour time frame, and although the MACD is bearish, it could start to reject from this point because of the bottom of the channel ATR projection and this weekly L4. It should move. Do you see? Do you see my screen? You should be able to see my screen now. Yeah, it's moving. So yeah, so definitely. Okay, the screen was probably frozen. Now it's okay. So you see, the main thing here is that this is main support, guys. Now, if you pull Fibonacci from this point, there is the major swing here. Also, you have a double bottom here. So swing low, swing high, swing low. Do you see? Exactly at 88.6, guys. Here, 78.6. So this zone here, I'm not specifically saying 3860, but 3860, 3840 could be along. Now, the only thing that is bothering me is GBP news. So in, let's say, 20 minutes, okay, we will have inflation report hearings. Inflation report hearings is important news announcement for the GBP because usually Bank of England governor, it's Mr. Carney, they and some of their members of the MPC board, they usually testify and give their cues on inflation and general economic outlook. Everything that I talk about is right before the Parliament's Treasury Committee. So this news can create a lot of volatility, guys. So that is why I'm saying the setup that I gave you. We will see if the price is not affected by the move. Let's say something happens and the price is low, then we can trade it. But if we see that price is moving violently, guys, then I would maybe wait for a long setup here. And definitely, I would just correct this and put the stop loss a little bit lower. Of course, this would be then the setup, and you need to use only maximum. I would suggest 1 to maybe 0. Anywhere from 0.5 to 1.5% of risk. Then I would go maybe for a long trade blindly. But still, let's see how the price will react. Because if the price is too violent, I mean, I don't like to trade when price is too violent. A lot of times when I did it in the past, I was instantly, let's say, 20 pips in profit, and suddenly in next few minutes, price drops and I'm in a loss. So I don't want to trade violent price action. Let's see how the price action will be. And this is the setup that we can use probably during today, tomorrow, and early Friday. I am going to long Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar 0.658. So I already traded today euro dollar scalp swing, and I also have a trade on dollar CAD. Dollar CAD actually is behaving exactly as I want. It's totally going in my direction. I am going to protect my trade very soon. So guys, for my dollar CAD setup, you see a lot of positions here. I will close one part of the position, put the rest to break even +1. So you see, definitely dollar CAD is going as I predicted today. I also did the analysis on SP 500 here. If you like to trade at the SP 500, this is my analysis that I did SP 500, Adam and Adam, double bottom. A lot of traders ask me, what is Adam and Adam? This is, guys, Adam and Adam. It looks like W, but it has two spikes from the bottom. And because of these spikes, it's called Adam. So Adam and Adam, it's similar to W. We also have a form of cup with handle, and it could go up. You see, this is bullish. Another setup that I showed you today, and actually that I'm currently trading, is this dollar. This is dollar CAD, and dollar CAD here. I will just give me a few seconds, and I will show you. Just guys need to follow also Twitter. Uh, Eventually our Telegram service also, then you will know correct exactly the points where we go long, where we go short. Here it is. This is a dollar CAD setup, and clearly this was my analysis, and you could have read it here. Okay, so hope that it helped, guys. Hope that you actually went long. So here, this is Australian dollar New Zealand. So why 0.658? Now let me show you 0.6. I will open the chart. Australian dollar New Zealand. It's getting cheap now. Really, the Australian dollar versus New Zealand. A big downtrend, guys. Watch this. Huge downtrend. From this point all the way down into the channel, and it's following this channel perfectly, guys. You see how it's following the channel, so it has been established. And here we didn't see a retest of weekly L3, so I think that if the price gets close to this weekly L3, we could actually have a nice long trade. Weekly H3 has been tested. The price is dropping from the weekly H3. Now we expect something to happen around weekly L3. Usually the first test of weekly levels is the most profitable. So that is why I am paying attention to this, and the first test of this level could be good. But as always, guys, you don't want to see the price dropping like a stone. Then there is no point in trading, because if the price heavily drops, stops below this level here, below weekly L3, will be collected, and the price could go here and then spike to the upside, already collecting stops. So it's very risky, you know. That is why I'm saying the best setup usually happens at a first test, retest, and then if the price respects the level, usually it proceeds in counter trend direction, because weekly L3 is support. Okay, so this could be a counter trend opportunity. Also, you need to know that with Camarillas, as I say, weekly H3 and weekly L3 are very important. So always watch for the first touch of weekly H3 and the first touch of weekly L3, and protect the trade once you profit, especially if you trade counter trend setups. Okay. Also, price is volatile, guys, during intraday trading. So that is why I usually, for example, when I trade and on my Telegram messages, I always say protect your trade, because you want to protect your profits. You don't want to leave your profits on intraday basis, and then instead of taking 30 or 20, 30, 50 pips, you end up with a loss. Intraday trading is not set and forget. You need to manage your trade. If you forget to manage your trade, very often, instead of win, you might end up with a loss. So try to protect your trade. It is important indeed. Now, regarding euro dollar, Ignacio is saying that Mikhail and Ignacio are asking that if the euro is bouncing. Yes, but I already had a trade today. Now, of course, you don't know if I had a trade or not, but on Telegram, I had a long here around 22.10. And I scaled out here exactly 23.35. I scaled out. So the point is that if you want to trade the euro dollar, it is bouncing. So it's still, you see, it's still above weekly L3. But I already made profits. Ignacio, I already made profits with euro dollar, so I will not trade it again. Especially because euro dollar on daily, here guys, it's dropping. It has an M pattern. So my trade was clearly counter trend trade based on weekly L3. So you see, it was strictly based on weekly L3. And also we had a divergence here. So it was counter trend trade. Oh, now guys, I will show you MT5 8-hour chart. Let me open the screen and euro dollar 8-hour chart. 8-hour is very, very useful chart to watch for. I don't know that if you ever used it, but I like to pay attention now on 8-hour chart. So watch this. On euro dollar, this is the main interim resistance and main interim support. The price is congested between these levels. Now, if you go to 1-hour chart, you will actually see this congestion also. You see? 8-hour, guys. Pay attention to 8-hour. So, as I say, it could go up. Yes. But also it could go down because on daily time frame, you have M pattern forming. You see, it's rejected from monthly L3 nicely, but now it's dropping. So this is obviously for me the direction. If the price goes above this level and closes with an 8-hour candle above this level, I think that euro dollar will proceed going up. If it goes below this level, closes with an 8-hour candle below this level, we could go down. So that is why I'm saying you need to pay attention to higher time frames. I already traded euro dollar today, and my rule of thumb is if I take 20, 30 pips on euro dollar or whatever other pair, I'm not trading it again, guys. Because it's many times when I did it, instead of profits, I ended up with a loss, and I learned a lot. Everything that I know, guys, I learned from my own trading, and both mistakes and successful trading. So that is why I'm saying you really need to be very, very careful and do not let the price fool you out. Now pay attention to this chart. I added also ATR probabilities. Okay. And here you can see daily probabilities level based on ATR. So if the price rejects now again from weekly L3 and goes above this level here, there is chance that it could reach 23.90. That was my main target for the day. But because euro is very, very slow, guys. I mean, euro dollar is only 45 pips. Let me remove this. Watch this. Only 45 pips today, guys. I took 20 pips on euro dollar. So basically, I took 50% of its ATR movement. It's good. You cannot say I want 50 pips on daily basis, guys, because market will not let you get 50 pips. Today, 45 pips was maximum. And if we take 20 pips, it's like we took 50% out of it. I think that it's very good. Also regarding dollar CAD, the price made 42 pips today, and I scaled out for 27 pips. So I made more than 70%, 60, 70% of the of overall movement today. You see, guys, the main problem with everyone who trades on intraday time frames, they don't know when to close the trade. Now tell me, am I right? 90% of the traders are not sure when to close the trade. And simply there is no school out there that can teach you guys when to close your trade. I try to do with my price action trading school. You can watch it on Admiral Markets YouTube channel. And I always scale out. You see, dollar CAD, when I showed you last time, dollar CAD was 26.82. Now it's 26.67. And I was not crazy to scale out for 27 pips. You see, I was not crazy to scale out because it dropped 14 pips, guys. I don't care now if it spikes 100 pips because I already took 27 pips. My other half is stop 26.56. So if I'm stopped out, I will be stopped out in profit. And the main problem is traders don't know when to close their trades. Most of you know when to enter the market, but you don't know when to close. That is why you need to use the ATR. And always follow these numbers. The numbers don't lie. Mathematics, guys, math is everything. Even Sumerians, the ancient civilization, the first civilization on earth, knew what the math is. Do you know how they built pyramids also there? There is no way that these pyramids can be built even with today's technology. And everything was perfect. Everything was so perfect. Everything was maths there. Fibonacci numbers, Fibonacci ratios, P number. Math is everything. You need to know that. And this is clear math here. This cannot lie, guys. Trading dollar CAD is not like trading GBP New Zealand. What is this? 147 pips, guys. Now it takes, I need to say literally, it takes balls to trade GBP New Zealand. Because, guys, it's not for everyone. 447 pips versus 181. Now, if you take 20 pips here, well, you know, it's not like you did a great job. Because it's like, I don't know, 20%, right? But if you take 20 pips on euro dollar, where 45 is today's ATR, you took more than, let's say, you took like, okay, 50%. You see my point. Numbers don't lie, guys. So whenever you don't know when to close your trade, do not be greedy. Just watch these numbers. You're trading GBPN, no problem. Take your 50, 60 pips and you're okay. You're trading dollar yen. Take 20, 30 pips. It's okay. Trade GBP New Zealand. Take 60, 70, 80 pips and you're okay. Sometimes there will be possibilities that you take 140 pips out of all this. But you know, it's not like it will happen every time. Euro yen, 79. So take 30, 35 pips. 42 euro CAD, 20 pips. Okay, up to 50% of the average ATR or the current number is okay. This is just for reference. If there is some news, some momentum, let's say on euro or CAD, there is possibility the price will go to 100 pips of its ATR. If there is CAD news or dollar strong news, there is possibility the price will reach its higher potential. But you know what I do, guys? I usually what I do is I usually instantly place the highest target, and if I'm lucky enough, the price will continue in my direction after scaling out or even before scaling out. But I cannot move the price myself, right? It takes a lot of money to move the price by 1 pip. So we need momentum. And momentum is made from majority of market participants. Intraday, remember what your Nenad will tell you now, and do not forget it. Intraday trading is based on momentum, guys. Momentum is everything in intraday trading. Without momentum, traders lose. And you know why they lose? Because when price is stuck in a range without any momentum, their systems will usually say go long, go short, go long, go short, and you don't know what to do. Either you go long or you're short, or you go short. But if the price is in a range, a lot of traders will simply die by death of thousand cuts. Going long, stop loss. Going short, stop loss, and long. You know why it's happening? Because there is no momentum. The price is stuck in a range without any possible direction, and you lose. But when there is momentum, we all make money, guys. And this is telling you a lot. So always try to aim for the highest target, but always try to protect your profits. You see my point? GBP dollar now is moving. Actually didn't go down. Now it's going up. Now I don't know what is happening in the market. But for me, how I do it, guys, is I usually open forexlive.com and I see and I take a look what is going on. These guys here on forexlive.com, I like how they write their articles. They're always up to point, and you always know fundamentally what is going on here. So that is why I read Forex Live. I mean, you could also do it. There is no harm in watching what a price will do. Now, actually, the GBP dollar, I think, the GBP dollar will probably start to move anytime soon. Australian dollar, New Zealand guys also paying attention to. This could be a possible entry. So let's wait. Let's see. If you have any questions, guys, please do ask me. I will try to reply, to respond. Whatever you guys want to know, I will try to explain. Okay. I have a question here. Is the Australian dollar buy from Monday still good? Let's see. The Australian dollar, I wanted to trade it, but I actually went to sleep yesterday. So I would say probably yes. Elmo, I already have some positions, so I will not trade it now, but I would say this could be a nice trade, but you need to put your stop loss below weekly L4. So if you go long now, do not risk more than 1.5%, put stop loss here. You see why, but go with smaller, you see, with smaller lot size. I mean, it depends on the size of your account, of course, but you calculate the risk, let's say 1 to 1.5%. You see, this is exactly at 61.8. It's weekly L3. It's close to this projection. And also, don't have in mind that from this spot, in the past, the price spiked. Also from this spot, you see, there was a spike, a breakout, and so we had buyers here. Now, if you want to see the target, I would say the last target will be this channel and this weekly H3, possibly here. But try to, let's say, if you are 20, 30 pips in profit, try to protect your profits. Use your trailing stop, expert advisor or something. FOMC, I am not sure what they will do. Let's just give me a few seconds to check actually what the when the FOMC meeting minutes. Yes, 8 o'clock. I don't know what they will come up with. Usually, FOMC will give you a record of their recent meeting, and they give you insights into their economic outlook, financial conditions, and so on. So I don't know what they are up to. I mean, already, if I knew what the FOMC will report, I would be like 1,000 times billionaire, because I would put everything in a single trade. But you don't know what they will come up with. Usually, those are insider information, and it's not shared publicly, of course. So I don't know what they will come up with. We can just speculate, but I don't like to speculate. Really, I like to always to see logic behind any trades. The question now about pound yen, close to break daily trend line. Daily trend line. I mean, yeah, there is a daily trend line, but it's not going to be broken soon. The price is, you see, it's trying to go up, but it's being rejected. So I would like to pay attention more to 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame. Let's use the MT5, guys. Let's use the MT5. I prefer MT5 now because of this custom time frames. In MT4, we couldn't actually use H8 and other custom time frames unless we use period converter as an offline chart. So let's say daily. You see, daily it has a trend line here, but 8-hour time frame, there is a big bearish candle here. So to me, what I would say, I would go short on rallies. So big candlestick tells me that this is very, very bearish move. Now, if you go to 4-hour time frame, you see normal, it's two bearish candles. Now, 1-hour time frame could be a retracement. So let's see some potential retracement. So you see now the price is actually making a potential, this is called IP pattern, IP1 by Viktor Pershikov. I already explained it. So now there is a possibility that price could spike from this point. Then stop losses are placed here and go more to the upside. Of course, this is now risky event, but as I say, there is a possibility that the price could go up now because according to Pershikov IP1, this is currently going on. The entry was at 149.54 and price could go up to 150.34. This is where I would short it. I would probably go short either here or there if the price somewhere here in this zone, putting stop loss here. But watch this, guys. This is IP1 now. Clearly, this looks like IP1 and the price could go more to the upside. I mean, it's already going from this point, 149.54. But as I say, it's a GBP event now, so the price could go both ways. I mean, when fundamental release when fundamental news is released, then price usually do their own way, and then afterwards it corrects and gets back in the trend. Dollar yen, well, H8 is again, it's rejecting from this spot. It hit this first target. It's also this higher time frame means quarterly level, so this is no monthly level. So this is monthly L3, so that is why price is rejecting. 4-hour time frame is also rejecting, but it's still bullish because of this. So let's see, 1 hour. Well, not a clear trend here. I would say possibly price could drop and then maybe even reject. Very steep trend line. I don't like it here. So it's going down. Watch for this level here. Buyers, a lot of buyers here. So this could be a potential chance to buy. This looks like lean SHS, head and shoulders, right? Okay, obviously Bank of England's governor, Mr. Carney, has begun with his testimony. So I expect now a volatile price probably on GBP crosses. Let's see, guys. And yeah, do you have any other question regarding the price? So watch for potential rejection here. Continuation only above this point. You see monthly L3 daily probability band, it's ATR 107. So above this level, there will be probable continuation towards weekly H4 108.13. So you might use it for breakout trades. Pim is asking which strategy are you using for GBP dollar? Pim, the answer to your question is I use only one strategy for trading. It's called Camarilla MACD. It's my own personal award-winning trading system and trading method, and there is no other strategies that I use. The only single strategy that I use is called Camarilla MACD, and it's my own. There is no copy. There is no everything. What I trade is my own strategy, my own price action knowledge, and I don't even read what others have to say about different pairs. I stopped doing it a long time ago, and that was also, guys, one of secrets of success. Because if you read thousands different articles, it can mess up with your own decisions, and you might actually end up pretty confused because one trader says the price will go up, other trader says the price will go down. You need to follow few people and do your own trading, and that is what I can tell you. Try to read what I have to say, what Chris has to say. You should be fine, really, because we are really honest traders, and my point is really I want you to success. I want you to trade successfully. I don't have any interest, guys, that I'm telling you sometimes that can some things that can ruin my reputation and make you lose. So always remember, it's in your best interest and in my best interest to listen to what I have to tell you, because those are things that happen. Those are things that are real. There is no false claims, no bragging. Everything that I do is clear. And every setup that I give you, I also trade it. So, it's like I'm giving you my own setups. What I trade, that is what you also have. You see while I was saying the price it's not too volatile, but you see now it's rejecting. So let's see actually what it happens. We might have Australian dollar, New Zealand trade, maybe even today during I don't know, Asian session. I might make a pending order directly here around 0.663, 20 more pips, and then I might make a pending order with 0.5% of risk. If the price pulls down a little bit, I will add one more position, making total of 1% of risk. Stop loss 10 pips below weekly L4, targeting weekly H3 0.737, let's say. So that will be my entry for Australian dollar, New Zealand. So before we call it a day, once more, watch for potential. Now, I still want to see what this report will give us. I'm not entering any trade now. Eventually, if the price, let me show you 15-minute time frame. If the price actually goes a little bit higher than start to reject, I might make a short trade. So that will be around 39.50 to 39.70. So this will be the zone for short trades. Watch it. You don't want the price moving too fast. And Australian dollar, New Zealand, as I said, around, you see it's dropping now, so we might have an entry soon. Around 63, 64, all the way down, and do it with low risk. So that was it, guys. Thank you for listening. I hope that you enjoyed it. If anything is not clear, just ask. This webinar is recorded. It will be uploaded. I wish you a great trading day and talk to you soon. Cheers, guys. Trade safe.